Yo, what's happening everyone? It's me, it's Count, here with an all-new Pokemon Go video. Today we're going to be counting down the top 5 Pokemon you should bring into the Master League. If you end up enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And without further ado, let's get right into it. So the Master League, of course, is a part of PvP that often gets overlooked. A lot of players would prefer going into the Great League, especially because the Self GG Arena always uses the Great League, so a lot of players tend to ignore the Ultra League and Master League. But I actually personally find the Master League the most fun and the most challenging, and the reason for that is, of course, because there is just a wide variety of Pokemon that you could bring into the Master League and make it work. But the 5 Pokemon that I'm going to be counting down on this list are the 5 absolute best Pokemon that I found that you could use in the Master League. If you want to do Master League battles, I really suggest making a team of any combination of the Pokemon on this list, but there are certainly other options that you could use as well. But with all that said, let's just get right into it. Before we get started, I do have to make an honorable mention. It's going to be a really interesting list because there's definitely Pokemon that you would expect to be a lot higher on the list, and there are certain Pokemon that you would expect to be on the list that didn't make the list. So yeah, let's get right into it. Before we jump in on the top 5 Master League Pokemon, we have to have this honorable mention, and of course it's going to be Mewtwo. Now Mewtwo is an interesting case, mainly because he is almost completely primed for PvP with its massive move pool and very high damage and survivability. However, he just isn't a super high tier Pokemon in the Master League, primarily because of the several counters that exist at the highest level of play. On top of that, he isn't the best choice as an opener, even if you are rocking Shadow Ball. The reason for that is simply because there are way better options for shield burning. Regardless, Mewtwo is still a really strong choice for the Master League due to its great type coverage and high all-around stats. That's why he is our honorable mention. Another really strong honorable mention is of course going to be Kyogre and Groudon. They are just really powerful counters and they have a lot of great type coverage. For example, Groudon can have Earthquake and Solar Beam for that big 1-2 punch. Of course, Groudon is a really powerful choice for the Master League, but unfortunately because of his lower damage output compared to other Pokemon on this list, and the fact that he has plenty of counters that counter against him, he's not going to make the top 5 list, but he is still a really strong Pokemon. Now in terms of Kyogre is a really powerful water type Pokemon, and he is going to eat through a lot of Pokemon that are typically in the Master League. However, because he lacks a lot of type coverage with his moveset, he's not going to see a whole bunch of Master League play, but he is still a really strong Pokemon to use, especially if you pair him with a lot of other Pokemon that are in the Master League. He is a really strong choice to have as a Pokemon. A lot of the Pokemon on this list are the Pokemon that I very frequently use in the Master League, but of course the Master League has just an absolutely monstrous huge range, so there's plenty of Pokemon that you could use. So I really suggest you use this Pokemon list as more of a baseline, but you should really craft your own team based on your own playstyle. There's plenty of Pokemon that you could use in the Master League, and there really is no way you could go wrong, unless of course you use 3 Blissies, because no one would like to go up against that anyway. Coming in at number 5, we got Lugia. This legendary Pokemon is a really strong choice for PvP, and of course the reason for that is because of his insanely high TDO. Lugia also has really great type coverage with moves like Hydro Pump, Sky Attack, and Dragon Tail, on top of some really strong psychic type moves like Extrasensory. This Pokemon would be much higher on this list if it wasn't for the fact that he does have really strong counters. However, because of his high TDO and great moveset, this Pokemon is well deserving to be on this list. Coming in at number 4, we have Tyranitar. For the massive variety of psychic types in the Master League, a Tyranitar with Bite and Crunch is an absolute nightmare. Also, his other moves, Stone Edge and Smackdown, are great counter moves for common non-psychic Pokemon in the Master League, making him one of the top neutral damage Pokemon that is available. Tyranitar also has really great stats, with insane amounts of damage output and bulkiness that makes him extremely difficult to defeat. Now, the one caveat with Tyranitar is the fact that he has probably the most type weaknesses among all of the Pokemon on this list. The good news is that many of those Pokemon types that counter Tyranitar are not entirely common in the Master League. Tyranitar can be a really strong opener and all around just a really great choice for the Master League. Coming in at number 3, we have Dragonite. Probably my favorite Pokemon to use in the Master League on this list is none other than Dragonite, specifically with the moveset Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw. His stats are great all around, meaning he can survive some of the biggest hits, and he can dish out a ton of incredible damage with his legacy moveset. Speaking of which, Dragonite with Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw is a phenomenal opener, simply because his moves can eat through both of your opponent's shields early on. This can set you up for a very decisive victory in the later rounds of the match. Dragonite with Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw is also a pretty rare Pokemon given the legacy nature of these moves. Thus, if you happen to have one, I highly suggest you power it up to the max level, especially because these moves are also great for raids and gym battles as well. Now coming in at number 2, we have the mythical Pokemon Melmetal. This powerful Pokemon is a really solid choice for the Master League. He is a very strong counter to Dragon types as well. His Steel typing means he's going to have very little counters, with those counters having little to no presence in the Master League to begin with, and Melmetal is extremely bulky, meaning he is going to be one of the strongest anchor Pokemon on your team, rivaled only by Lugia, who is also on this list. This is a very solid choice as a second wind Pokemon to have on your Master League team, and you really won't find this Pokemon letting you down, mainly because of how powerful his movesets are, as well as his type coverage and the lack of weaknesses. Now coming in at our top spot, it is going to be none other than Giratina Altered Form. This Pokemon is extremely powerful for the Master League. He has incredible damage output with his movesets, and it really doesn't matter which way you go with his moves. He's always going to be a really strong counter, as well as just an all-around powerful damage dealing Pokemon. The nice thing about Giratina is the fact that he is also extremely bulky, and he has extremely great TDO. He may not necessarily be as powerful in terms of DPS compared to his origin form, but his altered form is primed and ready for Master League play, and that is because of the extremely high TDO. Giratina Altered Form is a really powerful Pokemon, and I really suggest you have at least one of him on your Master League teams. He is really one of the best, if not the best Pokemon to have in the Master League. Well, there you have it, everyone. This is the top 5 Pokemon that you want to bring into the Master League. Now, of course, there are a bunch of Pokemon that should have been on this list, and if this was a top 10 list, then yes, a lot of Pokemon would have been mentioned. But this is the top 5 Pokemon that you absolutely want to bring to the Master League. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What are your picks for the Master League? What do you think about the Master League compared to the Great League and Ultra League? I would love to know your thoughts. Definitely share them in the comment section below. And if you ended up enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if it's your first time here. I am Count Jinsula, and I'll catch you all later.